Hi guys, this is Tablet-News.com and I'm here with the iPad mini. As you can see, we've already received it for testing purposes and now I'm going to unbox the device. The pricing starts from $329 for the 16GB Wi-Fi version, and the device has arrived in stores on November 2nd and today we're already unboxing it. The tablet is very thin and light, that's the first impression. It's 7.2 millimeters thick, so it's very thin, and 312 grams light, so also very light. It has a lightning port over here, stereo speaker, excuse the sound, but that's the plastic wrap on the device. Now you can see it in all its splendor. Got a home button right here, speakers that I was mentioning right here, FaceTime front camera. It's a 1.2 megapixel camera. At the back we've got a 5 megapixel camera with the BSI, and now let's see what else we have inside the box. We've got the usual collection of mini manuals right here, those tiny little cards that let you know what the device can do. So the iPad mini, in case you want to know, is a 7.9 inch tablet. That's important to mention, 7.9 inch. So it's an unusual format. It's not the usual 9.7 inch from Apple, it's 7.9 inch, also with a pretty good resolution. We also got this charger right here and the cable. One end is USB, one end is lightning port, just like the tablet. Now I'm going to start the device and run it to the first setup, check out its screen and some other minor feature. It has an Apple A5 dual-core CPU, 1 GHz at its core, 512 megabytes of RAM, 16 gigabytes of storage, and as I said, it also has a 5 megapixel camera, 1.2 megapixel camera at the front, stereo speakers, and here we are. The resolution is 1024 over 768 pixels, so it's got the same resolution as the iPad 2 and basically the same specs as the iPad 2. And now we're going to connect to the local router. That will take a little while. And we're done. Should connect any minute now. For the initial setup, choosing the network, selecting next, activating the iPad, and from what I've heard, it's actually a very fast tablet in spite of using the CPU from the iPad 2. Setting up a new iPad, skipping the Apple ID step, we can come back to that later, and we should be ready to start the device any minute now. As usual, a pretty long setup process, but one that's not bothersome. Okay, clicking next, and finally here we are. The iPad mini is functional. I've heard a lot of people bragging about using this with a single hand. Folks, you cannot use it with a single hand, let's be realistic. It's pretty wide, the screen looks pretty crisp. Let's turn up the brightness all the way up to see how crisp it actually is. Switching off the auto brightness, and it's got a very good brightness. Don't know if you can see it. The review doesn't make justice to the capacity of the screen right here. The text is very crisp on the screen and the colors are pretty bright for this tablet. We also got a camera, as I said, 5 megapixel BSI. Looking forward to testing it. And what else I can say? We have a dual-core Apple A5 CPU, 512 megabytes of RAM. Apple Maps is pre-installed on this device. We got photo booth here, so we can have a lot of fun with this device. And let's access Safari since we're connected to the Wi-Fi, and access Tablet News to see just how much estate on the screen the site will use when loaded, having in mind the estate that we already show on some of the Android tablets. We're actually gaining some content here. Apparently this tablet is able to show 30% more content than other devices, and actually it does. As you can see, the whole site is displayed like this. You can clearly see our content. In landscape mode it looks great. So pretty good device and comfortable keyboard if you ask me. First impression is good. My only objection so far is that the home button doesn't quite feel easy to press. It doesn't come in handy to press. That's my only objection so far. So guys, this is the iPad mini. The price is $329, initial 16GB Wi-Fi only version. It came to the stores on November 2nd and it came to us right now, ready to do the review of this beautiful, beautiful tablet. We'll be back in a couple of days with our impressions and a full review, plus some photo and video samples of the iPad mini. Bye bye.